But I was reading a thing about like top 10 worst comic books of all time, and one of them was about a haunted vagina.
Anyway, we just watched Sora no Otoshimono, or Heaven's Lost Property, as the English dubbed version by Funimation. So, Josh, what is your first comment?
I don't even know where to start.
Just let it all out,
Just
Josh.
let out all your rage against the ecchi and the
That
bottom.
this was male power fantasy. It's finest.
Huh?
It was.
Josh,
No,
seal of approval.
you don't even want to know what they do in the next episode.
I don't think I do.
You
I
don't.
Really,
Yeah, because the underwear becomes bombs.
oh, Jeff, just I don't even.
Even
Yeah, it
when
starts exploding.
you spoil everything, Jeff.
All right, it's
Do you
just,
honestly think you would watch this again?
You don't have to
No.
spoil it.
Exactly.
I'll never watch this again.
Yeah.
Exactly, so what's
Jeff is the worst of all of us about spoilers.
All right, so
You're second.
well, I say one thing.
Hey, we're talking about
I-
the
we're
show.
talking-
We're talking about
Talking
underwear.
about the show.
We're talking about
Yeah.
underwear that explodes.
You
Okay,
need.
so-
What is your opinion on
was
the
awful.
flying
It
panties?
was awful and terrible
I
and
can't
just
believe I just said
stupid. It was stupid, is what it was.
Yes, in episode 2, the panties start to fly.
It wasn't, the plot was just, it was filled and riddled with plot holes because what they wanted to do was get enough scenes, like the scene with the girl putting panties on the other girl. That,
After she was handcuffed.
yeah, she was handcuffed, exactly.
Yeah, alright, so the first episode, I watched the first episode and I was like, this is odd, but it's not the worst. Let's not like overly fan service. And then I kept watching and it turns out it was. And I was like, well, it could have been worse, and then we saw episode 2.
Yep.
And
Well, I
got
just, and the thing is though, it follows the cliches of the whole harem and everything, and it
but
doesn't,
it exemplifies them. It's like
it does.
what Gurren
So far,
Lagann
I mean, has-
does to
Oh no,
shonen.
Josh. I've seen quite a few harems in my day.
They have the pet.
Are you
they have
sure
the
that's-
child-
are you
You
sure
forget,
that's-
there
are
are
you
only
sure there's
two
something to be proud
characters,
of?
and the pet isn't a very common
So
one.
far, the pet is
But-
quite common.
Alright, so
Not
you know
as
how
much.
Gurren
Yeah, they have
Lagann-
like that. It's either like a
Hey,
fox
hey,
girl or
hey,
a
I'm-
cat girl
They
or an
get
alien
the dumb
chick
blonde
or,
later.
Hey,
I mean,
I'm
Aliens aren't pets.
making
Aliens
wo-
are people,
hey,
Josh.
guys,
or a robot.
guys,
You
hey,
racist.
it's robots.
the
Yeah.
slave pet thing.
Hey, I'm still
We're
making
not talking
references to
about
Gurren Lagann. So
Oh,
Gurren
the
Lagann.
best part, the world.
Yeah, that was awesome. When he freeze time, started messing with people, and then he's like, "I am the world." Oh, I was like, I know what that is.
'Cause
I
he
haven't
did
seen
this-
it yet, but I know what it is.
Just to throw in my 2 cents, I have watched some of this before,
I've watched all of it.
and I'm just gonna say,
And I'm planning on watching season 3.
This kind of got too weird for me. Even it's very strange. I would not recommend it unless you're like Jeff.
What is wrong with to be
If you like
No,
harem
I'm
shows,
just saying.
The hell?
No, even if you like harem shows, because I like harem shows, Josh.
Okay, if you like ecchi,
Super
If you like,
Hey,
Like,
I
if
told you,
like-
I will.
I don't know how.
I
to
know
describe
an
it.
ultimate super ecchi.
Sorry, Rufus is doing stuff.
Yeah, I'm
anyway,
shit.
I don't really have much to say except that I didn't like it. It was
Well,
bad.
why didn't you like it?
Jeff?
I should explain this to everyone. Jeff only picked this because he knew Josh would hate it a lot. Because this is the
This is
exact
what I
type
don't
of...
like about anime.
This is like everything Josh hates about anime in
No,
one show.
all the
Even the
characters-
little hair spikes.
Yes,
You call that out?
Why do you hate those? I don't understand that.
They're like
bother
they're
me.
like radar. I mean,
they're not in.
No, but it's just like hair.
I don't like the
It's
design.
like-
I don't like the. I don't know
Oh
what they
yeah,
call
and the
them.
fact that the anime opened up with
They do
Morningwood,
in Full Metal
a nice,
Alchemist, which is my
glorious
favorite.
close-up Morningwood, that was nice.
they censored it with the sunshine.
I don't want sun on my Morningwood. I know it's shiny, but damn.
It was just typical. Yeah.
I don't know.
Slog.
I don't find it very typical because this is very weird, even for.
I told you there.
Even for
this
a
show.
I've seen even weirder, and
Yeah.
I think I've tortured Josh enough. So
Yeah,
probably
maybe
won't
the
be
next
great.
thing you pick shouldn't be in
It's
this
just,
vein.
well, let's look what Josh and Steven have showed us before. They showed us terrible pacing in Higurashi.
Berserk
They
is
showed us
excellent.
Poseidon freaking beard raping this little boy, not to mention the lesbian thing, and then this. Very interesting things.
I don't know how to respond to
This
this, but I promise
This is
my
how you
next
respond.
one will
Only
be
in anime. Only in anime.
Okay, I can't actually promise that.
We make
Never
no
mind.
promises.
I don't make.
So,
I don't
scores?
promise anything.
Let's get through this.
Like I said, I'm biased, so obviously I'm going with my 10.
I'll give it
10 out of 10.
I'll
Exactly.
give it 8 boobs
10
out of 4.
Out of 10. This is what
It's
you
funny.
think is the perfect anime.
The perfect anime for its genre.
I would probably give it a 7.
2.
Why not 1?
Because the animation
Why not
was
1?
so good.
Why not 0?
The animation was
Because
better than Berserk.
there were a couple of seconds where I wasn't, like...
Zoro.
Seething with
Yeah,
rage.
Zoworo bumps it from 1
was
to
it.
2.
That was the whole thing that made episode 1 bearable for him. Also, the cherry tree was blue. What
You
the
see, I think
hell?
that was just because of like
The lighting.
I don't know. It seemed more like a purplish violet.
What color? Doesn't matter.
Semantics
None of
is a word.
that does not apply.
That's irrelevant. But,
That's irrelevant.
You know what else is? I was gonna say irrelevant.
Well, I'm used.
Alright,
you
what are
didn't
you
have so
giving
much.
it, Rufus?
I'm giving it a few boobs because it gave me a ton. So I'm gonna give it a few back.
A foon buds.
It did have some very advanced boob physics.
And oh yeah, there's one point where she broke through the window. And
The entire animation of Berserk
Gynax was
in
put
one
to shame.
scene.
Yeah,
Not one scene, just like a couple, like a set
few
of frames. A set of frames.
That was-
Yeah, like
no, that wasn't even like regular 25 frames to a second. That was like 80 frames of boob logic. Someone did math equations for that.
did you just use the word boob logic?
Boob logic.
Okay.
Someone studied
I
breasts.
don't think this conversation is going to be productive ever again.
Dude, the show isn't productive. It's just boobs, chains, and panties. And a guy playing with his weird Sailor Man doll.
That is really basically the entire show in its
Yep.
entirety.
You encapsulated
Thank you, Rufus.
Well,
we
how
are
are you able to
done.
make that judgment if you haven't seen the whole thing?
Jeff. We don't
Oh,
want to
Rufus.
They
say
eventually
Rufus,
go more
mic
towards
drop.
a story.
My drop.
But
No, I'm not gonna drop
that
the mic, so you're
that
just gonna have
other
to deal
world
with
they're
it.
talking about,
Fine.
it's the real world. That's
That's
just all
where he
fake.
adds the blue hair girl to
Nobody
his harem.
is paying attention, Jeff.
All I'm saying is that a
'Cause
story
it's not
a story
really
surfaces
nice.
later, and they
Not
have a
very
movie.
good.
So
But dude,
Yeah, I know.
no one's watching this
And
for
you
the
thought
story.
this was good?
hey, I
Yeah.
watched it for the story.
I've seen much worse.
I'm
I
sure
paid-
you have.
I-
In
I
terms of
paid
quality,
attention to the
this
story.
is weird. It's still not the weirdest thing we've ever seen.
I did not enjoy that.
The weirdest thing we've ever seen is my next pick.
I thought you were going to say your beard.
The
All
weirdest
right.
thing I've ever seen, anyway. It's not sexually weird. It's just
Weird.
weird.
It's like situational weird.
Alright, I guess we're done
I
here.
don't know. It's plot.
Next
All right.
is Hellsing Ultimate,
Episode 1. Yeah.
which is...
And I
Why are you
could-
clicking? Stop clicking on things.
We're preloading, bitch.
No,
50 minutes?
Dude,
It's,
The hell?
that's both episodes.
Just
my time.
click-
Shut up.
Wait, what time is it?
It's
Pause
that
it.
time. It's 9:58.
Thank
Just
you.
keep talking about the show, damn it.